welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Oh, welcome back. Okay. Woo. Stretching. Oh, that's good. So welcome back to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to help me hold myself accountable to work on projects that I've been meaning to work on. And because I'm the type of person, if I don't make time, I won't find time. So by doing untilit.works, it gives me an excuse to be busy during like a certain amount of time, to be productive. Not busy, but productive, because I set aside this time to do this. And so untilit.works consists of ciphers. And a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. Within each cipher, there are sessions. So there's a work session and a break session. Work sessions are like 45 minutes, heads down, working on what you're working on, just trying to make some progress. Then there's a break session, which had to be about 15 minutes after the hour. And that's the time to get up, drink some water, stretch, walk around, do what you got to do, whatever, to kind of like let your mind relax from what you're just focused on, right? Just kind of like don't have to focus on it for like 15 minutes. So this right here is a break session. Now, if you ever come in, I'll pop up here on a video to let you know, hey, time to take a break. And you can take a break, walk around, or you can sit here and watch me talk about something I found interesting on the internet, or you can come up here and talk about something you found interesting in it, but we'll talk about that later. Now, if you ever come to the site and we're in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen, and that's because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio. And it's funny, I just worked on a project that I just actually kind of released to the point where a test group is going to check it out. But I kind of did something around that to fix that. So maybe I'll do it in here, but in future projects, I'll do that. But it may look like it's frozen. That's because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio. So that's why I have the little notice there saying, may need to click play to start the stream. Next to that, open closed caption button. I'm using the speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. So just thinking about try out experimental AI features. Not right now. Thank you, Google. Yes. So I'm using the speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. And if you click that open closed caption, a space will open up and hopefully the words I'm saying will be placed in there accurately. 2 buttons below that, we have the add a clip and create a highlights video. Add a clip. If there's ever anything during these break sessions that you thought was interesting, you'll be able to add a clip. What that does is goes back a couple of seconds and marks the timestamps. You get 5 timestamps, and each clip is 5 seconds long. If you click that create a highlights video, what happens is it will save those timestamps. And then when we're done with the break session, it'll take a recording of the break session, take the timestamps, cut out the clips, join them together, put an intro, put an outro, and you'll be able to check that out. There's a countdown timer, countdown when the next break session or when the break session ends and the work session starts. And if you'd like to join the room to chat or ask questions, there's a button to do that. All right, cool. Now, work session will look something like this. Let me load up that. Here we go. Cool. Great. So work session. It will look something similar to this. There's the menu in the upper right-hand corner. If you check out subscribe, it has a list of all the upcoming ciphers. You can subscribe to get notified when we go live. I thought there was a crack in my screen. Oh, that would have been terrible. You can tell this is the first break session because I'm all over the place. Left-hand side there, top left, there's a audio player. So if you want to listen to some music while you're working on what you're working on, I had some folks submit some really cool instrumentals. So it's a Bandcamp player, so you can purchase the track, you can share the track. Also add the ability to tweet it out if you so choose. Help spread the word about some really cool artists. Then there is the to-do section towards the center. It says add a task. You type in the task, hit enter or the plus button, it'll add it to the list there. You can click the text to edit it. You can click the X button to delete it, or if you want to mark it completed, you can click the check box and it'll add it to the done section. And you can click done header and it'll show you all the things you got completed. If you click that Twitter icon, it'll open up Twitter and it will list out a pre-populated tweet with all the things you got completed. Kind of a nice way of showing, hey, I got some stuff done, feeling good. To the right in the column there's a countdown timer, countdown when the next break session happens again. Again, 15 minutes after the hour. View tutorials. So let's say you don't have a thing you want to work on, but you still want to work on something, right? You're brand new to coding. If you're brand new to coding and you're like, hey, where can I start maybe to do some web development? You're hearing some cool stories. I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin project. And from what I've seen from the curriculum and what people have told me that have gone through them, once you complete those, I think you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, you'll be able to make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing it and be able to kind of know what gaps you need to fill. And so, yeah. So I believe those are two good starting points. I also had, if you're already into web development and coding, I have 3 tutorials there. And I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of my responsibility is kind of like look over tutorials. And so these are older ones. We got some new ones that came out, but maybe I'll replace them. I don't know, whatever. But I think they're still pretty cool. They still work. One of them is after following the tutorial, in your application that you created, you put in your phone number in the input box, hit call, and your real world phone will ring, and you'll be able to have a conversation back and forth. Then there's one where it's the opposite, where you get a virtual number where you call that virtual number from your real world phone, and the application that you create, you will be able to answer that call and have a conversation back and forth. Then there's a third one where like 2 users like log into a web application and one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation. Cool stuff, I think. All right, cool. Then there's Hako. We'll come back to show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, show and tell sign up will walk you through that process. Highlight that section there. That video you sent to be created, that highlight clip. First, it'll say status submitted, and then when it's ready to be viewed, it'll say status done. You can click the view button. You can preview the video. You can download the video. You can also click to share to Twitter. Sometimes Twitter doesn't show the video depending on the URL. So since I post to different social medias anyway and have the video downloaded, I just attach it to the tweet so that it will, so that the tweet will have the video with it when it's posted. All right, cool. Then Hako, right? Hako stands for Help a Coder / Creator Out. It's a thing I made so that if you ever get stuck on something, you'd be able to create like Hako, which is a room that you can invite people into so that they'll be able to, as a group, come together and hopefully come up with a solution or feedback on a thing you're looking for. So if you were to click view Hako, it'll show you all the different Hakos we created. There's a filter list by keyword that you can check out. So you can use to kind of filter it down. Now, you can also click the creator's name to open up either Twitter or GitHub, depending on they logged in with, so that you can check out the profile to determine whether or not you want to try and join the room. We've clicked create. It shows you this form. Put in the title, 3 keywords, click create. It will generate a unique URL that you can then copy or click to share to Twitter or click to share to Twitter. Then you can join the Hako. It looks like this. We've got the title at the top. You can leave over in there's a button to leave. There's a button to open up the menu for some more options. We have a text chat there on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side is another countdown timer, countdown when the next break session happens. You can copy the URL again. You can click to share to Twitter. Now, when someone clicks the link, they just don't join your room automatically. They're actually requesting to join your room. So they'll show up under pending. You can click the username to either open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they're logged in with. And from there, you can decide whether or not you want to approve or deny that person. Now, if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, well, you can always block them and ban them. All right. Cool. Now, you as the owner of Hako, only you can share your screen because, again, the point of the Hako is for you to get help or feedback on a thing you're working on. I think by showing everyone what you're seeing, be able to provide more context so that everyone can follow along and be able to give you the help or the feedback that you're looking for. Cool. Now, the way you communicate in the Hako, one way is through the text chat. So you type in your message here towards the bottom, hit send, it'll add it to the list of messages. I also add the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody has their audio chat enabled to be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry for the folks who don't have audio chat enabled, they'll still be able to follow along because what people are saying will be turned into text and put into the text chat. So you can still follow along. I also add the ability for the opposite. So if you're not looking at the text chat and you still want to follow along, you can enable text to speech. So that way, anything put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser so that you can still follow along without having to look at it. And that is pretty much everything. So you can check out all the different Hakos that have been created. And yeah, that's that. Cool. So I'm going to send you all back to work because I'm still working on some of the post-radio show promo stuff. So I want to get that done. Like I said, actually kind of like I got to the point where other people can check out a project that I've been working on. So hopefully they'll be able to get to install it and I'll hopefully get some feedback. But there's another project I want to work on. So I'm going to pick that back up. And this past project gave me a lot of insight for this new project or the new Word project I'm working on. So I'm going to go through kind of pull some stuff from that. And so, yeah, neither here nor there. A lot of stuff I want to get worked on. So I'm going to send you all off with some traveling music. And this is, once I get it to load. All right, so this is Nujabez featuring Apani B. The track is called Thank You. Thanks again for hanging out. See you 15 minutes after the hour. We'll talk about something I found interesting on the internet, or you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. But till then, I wish you much productivity. And thanks again. Here's Nujabez featuring Apani B. Thank you. All right, y'all be easy and peace.
But let me start from the heart. I just want to say I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to say I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart.